Yahoo! Welcome, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to the Aquarian Adepts, my platform to become your spiritual server. And welcome to your daily Adept report for today, Thursday, May the 24th of 2018. Thank you so much for joining me. And let's dive into the cards and a bit of the astrology to see what is going on today. Well, the moon has shifted into Libra, which means that emotionally we're going to start to focus on other people more. It means that we're going to start to focus on harmony, balance, how to strike this balance within ourselves and other people. And we're also going to experience a Grand Trine in air, which this is magical. This is great because this is really something that we've really been needing, because it's going to kind of bring about this light energy, and also you're just going to be feeling better. You're going to probably be talking to yourself better. You're probably going to have more fluid and better communication with those around you. People, friends, family, colleagues. So the Grand Trine of Air is really going to allow you to strike up really effective and positive communication with those around you and even yourself. I think this will be a very great day for positive affirmations. This will be a very positive day for writing as well. And I think just all this energy is really good because it's going to bring about this. We've had a lot of interesting energy lately. We had a lot of heavy energy. So today's going to be kind of like this day where the universe sort of almost gives us like this, a little bit of a breather, you know, based off of just what's happening. But at the same time, it does not come without its obstacles. So it's like we really do have to still remember our path and where we're going, right? So, and we might not necessarily know where we're going. Interesting enough, in the cards, we actually have the Six of Cups appearing as the theme. So the universe is actually asking us today to actually remember the innocence that we had as a child. Now, not everyone had the easiest childhood. There's also the soulmate card, so you definitely could be connecting to a soulmate today. And it doesn't have to be romantic. But the Six of Cups, even if you say didn't have a quote-unquote great childhood, this is reminding us to just remember the innocence of a child. Remember the joy of a child. Remember the simple pleasures. Remember the simple things. You know, it's funny, like, I was hanging out with my cousins yesterday, and we actually talked about that a little bit. And she was like, you know, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what stresses or dramas that I'm going through, whenever I'm around kids, they just seem to, like, it just seems to evaporate, because they just, what they're focused on, they're just focused on the moment. They're so in the moment. And that is really true. That's what the Six of Cups is saying today, is that really focus more on being in the moment. Try not to overthink things. Try not to really think about the what ifs, the what coulds. Try not to, don't really think too much about the past. It's funny because this is talking about the past and childhood. But what I really feel like in the terms of this reading, especially for today, is do your best to remain in the moment. And find the joy in the moment. That's really what I'm seeing here. For the inciting action, or for the exposition of this reading, we actually have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Now, this could definitely be signaling to maybe we're not feeling emotionally there, or at least we're trying to understand a little bit more. This Grand Trine in air, though, might help a little bit with that, even though it is in an air sign. We also have, interesting enough, another queen. This came up yesterday. We have the Queen of Pentacles appearing as the inciting action. So it's interesting how we have these two queens here. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. In the terms of this reading, I really feel like these things, with these queens in the court cards in this reading, they actually are people. So you definitely might be dealing with a water sign with the Queen of Cups, either a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. And you definitely might be dealing with an earth sign, either a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And they're really going to play a big part, a big role in your day today. And these are probably the people that you're going to actually be having this communication with, this trining energy with. And it's going to be interesting because it seems like, just based off of the positioning, that the water sign or the person that has more water elements might be a little bit more in their emotions, might be a little bit more into, you know, a little bit more melodramatic. I don't know if that's necessarily the right word, but probably not so much in the moment. When then you have the Queen of Pentacles, who's a little more grounded in the moment and has a little bit more exhibiting that energy of the Six of Cups, whereas the Queen of Cups it's a little bit more like, you know, just not quite there. And maybe you might be trying to strike this balance between these two energies. And this, like I said, this is happening within you too. The Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, trying to balance these energies. But I really feel like this also can be dealing with people today, especially as far as this reading goes. For the rising action, we actually have the Empress. And this is a beautiful card because this is reminding us to tap into our creativity. It's reminding us to get back into nature. This is a very creative and artistic card. And this is really reminding us, you know, children are super creative. And I think this is reminding us today that, you know, it's okay to kind of, you know, take it easy a bit today. Take it kind of light. Try not to think too much about the heavy stuff. I think the Empress appearing in this rising action spot is really like, you know, do something creative today. Kind of use your imagination today. You know, because children, they are super creative and they're also super imaginative. They can come up with incredible, amazing things, and it seems so simple to us, but in their head and in their heart, it's like this massive thing. It's like this incredible, huge thing. So that's what the Empress is actually showing here today, is that, like, really what's being communicated to us today is this creative force, is this this energy of the Empress and Mother Gaia. So today will be also a really great day to connect to Earth, to connect to nature in some way, or to do something creative. Write a poem, dance, paint, do something like that today, because it's really going to help to elevate your energy today. And it's also going to help you to, in many ways, even ground this Grand Trine energy, because when we have a Grand Trine in air, we are really receiving communication from Spirit. We're really being spoken to. We have the Knight of Swords actually appearing in the Climax card. Like I said, this is very interesting because we have actually technically 4 court cards in this reading. The Knight of Swords appearing here means that after coming off the Empress card, it's like we really are going to want to start to take some type of action and move forward with some type of plan. I think it's good that it comes after the Empress, because it's like first we have to ground ourselves before we move forward, because the Knight of Swords can be a bit rash, but now it's like, now that we've grounded ourselves with the Empress, and now we've grounded our creativity, then we can really move forward. So the Knight of Swords, really, it could be you. I almost see that as that. You have the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, which are other people, and then that third energy is you, with the Knight of Swords. So it's about you receiving this information and then acting on it, or like starting to make a decision on where to go. We actually have the Seven of Swords appearing in the falling action spot. So this is interesting, because this can actually signal to, even though this is Grand Trine in air, it's going to signal to there being some type of miscommunication between you and other people today. Some people might feel left out, some people might feel backstabbed. But really what this is saying is that you just kind of want to be careful about the way that you communicate things today, because people are going to be more sensitive to it. Not only that, but the moon is in the sign of Libra, so it's like we definitely are going to be looking to try and strike a balance and harmony. But this signifies someone who takes from somebody, who tries to get away with not doing something, tries to get away from their responsibilities. So you definitely want to remember today that not everyone is going to react in the way that you think they are. So it's like you definitely want to be aware of that. And also, once again, you have to almost sort of like brush things off too. It's like, not everything always goes according to plan, and this might even be feeling like you might even feel a little bit betrayed by the universe in some way today. But for the resolution, we actually have the Four of Swords. So this is talking about tuning in and going deeper within, and this is about, take your time to rest, but also going deeper within and seeking a deeper intuition, which kind of might seem like Four of Cups. But even with the Four of Swords, it's about taking the necessary time to rest so you can come back from that rest and then communicate more effectively your purpose and what you're trying to do. So I think what's happening here, as the day kind of comes to an end, we're going to certainly be feeling maybe that something is amiss and something that has been taken from us. But then with the Four of Swords, we kind of go within, and then maybe we realize that maybe this hasn't been taken away from us, Or maybe we've been robbing ourselves out of experiences. That could even almost be more so what it is, that we've been robbing ourselves out of experiences. We've been robbing ourselves of our joy. We've been robbing ourselves of the bliss and harmony that we can feel in the moment, like the Six of Cups is trying to teach us. We have, as the writer of the story, we have the King of Cups. So it's interesting how we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here. But we have the King of Cups writing the story, which means that great healing is here today. Great healing is here today, and a great deeper emotional understanding is certainly here today. But I think what we kind of have to go through is that we kind of have to go through this, interesting, like, it's this Grand Trine in air, but it's also, you know, the moon's going to square Saturn later. It's also going to sextile the North Node, but then the North Node and Saturn are going to quincunx. So it's like, we're feeling that we have to take certain responsibilities, but we're trying to figure out what's the most balanced. You know, it's a square, so it's going to be hard. So emotionally, we're not going to necessarily know if we're like ready to make this decision. Then it's going to sextile the North Node, which means that in our heart space and our destiny, that's just where we're going, and we can feel that that's where we're supposed to go, but we're still worried about it. And then you have the quincunx with the North Node and Saturn, which is really like, it's not a bad thing. The quincunx is like, it's a little bit of a strained aspect, but it's like, we have to make sure that it's like, well, if you really want to make it to this next level, if you really want to go there, yes, you have to follow your heart, but we have to realize that are these things really in line with each other? You know, what are you striving for? Is what you're striving for really in line with your heart? And that's really the kind of this balance that we're going to try and figure out today, is how to really seek this inner harmony so we can really see it reflected on the outside world today. I think today will be a very, very positive day, though. I think we're getting a beautiful message from Spirit today. I think we're just really being asked to remember to have the innocence of a child. Remember to just find joy in the moment. Remember to find gratitude in the moment. And also just remember your creativity. Remember that you really can do anything that you want. But with the Knight of Swords and like the Climax card, really it's about where you are directing it. You have to remember that communication is key. Communication with yourself is key, and communication with other people is key today, because words are vibrations, words are spells, and they are magic, and they do really create our reality in a very profound and powerful way. So, how are you speaking to yourself? And how are you speaking to others today? All right. That is your reading for today. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, you can follow the link in the description below to theaquarianadepts.com. And always remember, my beautiful brothers and sisters, to keep moving forward, to stay focused, and Yahoo! Smile often. Ah.